Meditation can be immensely useful to understand the illusion of depression or the illusion of not having money. Okay. And at the same time, I also want to be realistic. Somebody has cancer pain. Is this an illusion? The question was put to Ramana Maharishi by his own doctor. You say that everything is an illusion, now you are roaring in pain. So what are you going to do? Every day he was like depleting, his energy was depleting and was getting weaker and weaker. So what is that? So can you call that also as an illusion? Although the Maharishi was crying and on one level, on another level he was detached. Yes, he was processing pain. Now, this is with regard to the Maharishi, an enlightened person. But what about other human beings? The other human beings, they don't have the detachment to do it. So they have other means, whether I'm suggesting this for very many things, not only just for cancer pain, but also for getting a job or getting everything. Take this as a reality. It is a reality that you don't have money. So how the problem will be solved? The problem will be solved if somebody writes a check for you, or somebody gives a job for you, or you get some relationship, or some disease is cured miraculously, like the miracles performed by saints and prophets like Jesus and Muhammad and others. So that's a possibility too. So you can apply philosophy to finding a solution for depression just by giving money or curing a disease or getting a relationship. And that involves the intervention from the divine. The divine is the enlightened being. There is not only one God, there are many gods. So you find this being beautifully worked out in the temples in southern India, particularly from my state, Tamil Nadu. There are temples for money, there are temples for healing illnesses, or physical illnesses, or mental illnesses. There are temples for getting relationship. And then where the being in the temple or the God in the temple is in charge of solving these problems. So there are many approaches to that. These are interventions, they are called interventions, through which you can solve all these problems. That's why my approach is not just only philosophy or psychology or medicine or astrology, but I can talk about other modules too, astrology. You just get pain only through a certain planet, and then you can deal with the planet, and then there's a whole bunch of literature available on that. Okay, either the planets that create lack of money or lack of job. So you can work, and then the planets have their own time frame which they follow in order to inflict, or afflict you. And then there are remedies for that, and then there are temples prescribed for that too. So the first step is to look at all the options that I have mentioned. There is a time-space component to it. So for instance, if you can be depressed only if you stay in a particular city. If you go to another city, the depression will go away, and then they will find a solution. This is because a different space represents different timeline, and a different timeline means a different karma. So when you want to change your karma, change your space, because karma is time. Okay? And then because of the time, space, time continuation, you can have a problem of relationship in this particular city. Go to Los Angeles, then you may not have a problem. So I want you to look at it from a practical standpoint. I'm just a person who want to look at every option that is available and then use it as an intervention, because life is a challenge. Every moment is a challenge, and there is a solution. God bless.